Welcome to Constant TV, where legitimacy and consistency rule. Today, we are going to bring to you tips on how to make a supportive relationship convincing. In a period set apart by quick mechanical progression and worldwide interconnectedness, the nature of our connections and organizations has become increasingly significant. While shallow associations proliferate, the genuinely convincing and supportive ones stand apart as reference points of trust, common advantage, and mutual perspective. Be that as it may, what exactly makes an association convincing? The response lies in an agreeable mix of realness, common advantage, shared objectives, successful correspondence, the capacity to understand people on a profound level, and consistency. We should dive further into these components to comprehend how they contribute to producing significant and effective connections. The groundwork of trust. Validity is the foundation of any convincing association. At the point when people cooperate with genuineness and straightforwardness, they construct an underpinning of trust and regard. Bona fide associations are liberated from affectation and secret plans, permitting individuals to introduce their actual selves. This genuineness cultivates a climate where transparent discourse can prosper, prompting further understanding and more grounded bonds. Credibility empowers weakness, which is vital for shaping certified connections. At the point when individuals have a real sense of reassurance to offer their viewpoints and feelings unafraid of judgment, they are bound to participate in significant cooperation. This degree of receptiveness upgrades special interactions as well as fabricates trust and validity in proficient settings. Guaranteeing correspondence. An association becomes convincing when it is useful together, where the two players get esteem from the relationship. Correspondence is critical to supporting an association over the long run, as it guarantees that the relationship stays adjusted and satisfying. In proficient settings, common advantages could appear as information trade, mentorship, coordinated effort on projects, or the sharing of assets. In private connections, it could include everyday encouragement, shared encounters, and the arrangement of friendship and advice. When the two players feel that they are acquiring something significant from the association, they are bound to put time and exertion into keeping up with it. This feeling of common advantage builds up the bond and supports the association, making the association strong and perseverant. Making a typical reason. Shared objectives and interests are strong drivers of convincing associations. At the point when people adjust to their normal goals, it creates a feeling of direction and bearing that fortifies their bond. Whether it's making progress toward an expert achievement, pushing for a social reason, or just partaking in a common leisure activity, shared pursuits lay strong groundwork for joint effort and aggregate development. Shared objectives cultivate a cooperative soul and a feeling of brotherhood as people cooperate towards accomplishing a common vision. This arrangement improves the association as well as gives chances for learning, development, and shared help. Besides, shared interests and objectives can assist with supporting the association over the long haul, as they provide a persistent wellspring of commitment and collaboration. The paste that ties. Viable correspondence is essential to making an association convincing. It includes talking and, in addition, listening effectively and sympathetically. Great correspondence guarantees that the two players feel appreciated, comprehended, and esteemed. It helps in settling clashes, explaining errors, and communicating needs and assumptions, obviously. Undivided attention is an urgent part of compelling correspondence. It includes giving full consideration to the speaker, grasping their message, and answering insightfully. At the point when people feel that their viewpoints are esteemed, they are bound to take part in significant exchanges and put resources into the relationship. Customary and significant associations assist with keeping up with the energy of the association, keeping it from becoming stale. Whether through up-close and personal gatherings, calls, or computerized correspondence, reliable and insightful commitment is vital to keeping the association dynamic and convincing. Exploring relational elements. The capacity to understand people on a deeper level, EI, assumes a critical role in making a convincing association. It includes the capacity to comprehend and deal with one's own feelings as well as relate to the feelings of others. High capacity to understand anyone at their core works with better relational elements, empowering people to explore social intricacies effortlessly. EI cultivates sympathy, tolerance, and responsiveness, which are vital for sustaining areas of strength for a strong association. By being sensitive to the feelings of others, people can answer suitably and fabricate a more profound feeling of trust and compatibility. The capacity to understand people on a profound level likewise improves compromise abilities, taking into consideration the viable administration of conflicts and the upkeep of an amicable relationship. Building trust after some time. Consistency and unwavering quality are basic characteristics that support a convincing association. Being reliable forms trust and guarantees the other party of your obligation to the relationship. Reliable activities and conduct establish a steady and unsurprising climate where the two people have a solid sense of reassurance and confidence. Reliability guarantees that the association isn't simply temporary cooperation but an enduring and trustworthy bond. At the point when people reliably make an appearance for one another, meet their responsibilities, and act with uprightness, they construct a strong underpinning of trust. This unwavering quality is especially significant in proficient settings, where trust is fundamental for successful cooperation and organization. Pragmatic methodologies for building convincing associations. Understanding the critical components of a convincing association is the initial step. The following is incorporating them. Here are a few functional systems for building and keeping up with convincing associations. Be true. Endeavor to be authentic in your collaborations. Share your actual considerations and sentiments, and urge others to do likewise. Genuineness fabricates trust and cultivates further associations. Look for common advantage. Search for ways of making an incentive for the two players in the relationship. This could include sharing assets, offering support, or working together on projects. Guarantee that the association is adjusted and commonly satisfying. Adjust on objectives and interests. Recognize shared objectives and interests that can act as an establishment for the relationship. Pursuing shared targets can reinforce the bond and give a feeling of inspiration. Convey successfully. Practice undivided attention and clear correspondence. Guarantee that the two players feel appreciated and understood. Consistently take part in significant collaborations to keep the association lively. Foster the ability to understand people at their core. Improve your capacity to appreciate anyone on a profound level by monitoring your own feelings and those of others. Practice sympathy, empathy, and tolerance in your connections. Be predictable and solid. Form trust by being reliable and steady in your activities. Completely finish your responsibilities and act with trustworthiness. Dependability builds up the steadiness of the association. Contribute time and exertion. Convincing associations demand investment and work to create and keep up with. Put forth a cognizant attempt to support your connections through customary communication and engagement. Show appreciation and appreciation. Offer appreciation and thanks for the other individual's commitments and presence in your life. Perceiving and esteeming their endeavors reinforces the bond and encourages shared regard. Conclusion. All in all, a convincing association is one that is grounded in realness, common advantage, shared objectives, powerful correspondence, the capacity to understand people on a deeper level, and consistency. These components, on the whole, make major areas of strength for a bond that are both significant and invaluable. In both individual and expert domains, developing such associations can prompt enhanced lives, more prominent open doors, and a more interconnected local area. The substance of a convincing association lies in its capacity to unite individuals as well as to lift and move them to accomplish more prominent levels together. As we explore the intricacies of present-day life, putting resources into convincing and supportive associations will keep on being a foundation of individual and aggregate achievement. Thanks for watching.